Police shoot in a van full of children. Thank you for watching the Power News with your host, Shakaama. So here's a scenario, and I want you to step into the shoes of each person in the scenario. Of course, I can't show the videos or pictures because I don't want to get into a legal battle with whomever, and YouTube always errs on the side of being overly legal. So the scenario is a police officer stopped a lady in a minivan, for speeding. Now, when the video starts, the police has his hand on the gun. As such, you know the position, right? He has his arm cocked and ready to draw the gun already when the video starts. Now, he's not being the polite policeman that you always see in the movies. Do you know how fast you were going, or something like that? He is, I'm gonna go get my pad and you turn off your car, and so he proceeds to the car and the lady drives off. Now I want you to put yourself into the position of both people, right? I automatically knew something was wrong by his tone of voice and his body language. It seemed as if he was going to shoot them when he first started talking to them. Now, I want you to see and notice, because people don't notice these things even while watching the video. They are in the desert, in the middle of nowhere. Yes, it's a highway, but they are in the middle of nowhere. If he did something to those people, to this woman and these children, nobody would know anything, right? I don't see it. I don't want to be in it. I know nothing. You're like, what's his name? Schultz? I know nothing. So she drives off, albeit that might seem crazy to you, but she stops further down the road. Still desert, still remote location. Now there are 3 cars worth of cops there. Now she gets out of the car and he is talking to her and she's standing behind. Now the lady is dressed like a soccer mom. She has jeans on. She's a youngish lady. And you automatically see what's wrong with the picture. Everybody in the car is black and the cops are white. I have told you before, and I'll tell you again, cops do not feel that black people have rights in America. They feel that they have every right to talk to a black person as if they were children or scumbags automatically. This woman is obviously a soccer mom, and the kids in the car are obviously just regular kids. Now he says you're under arrest. Now he says you're under arrest before she pulls off. Actually, I take that back. And the kid, the teenage boy, jumps out the car, and he goes to automatically grab his taser to taser the kid. The kid jumps in the car and they pull off. Right? That was the scenario. Sorry about that. Now. And the kid was jumping out because he started manhandling the young woman. She looks pretty young, maybe 30, I don't know. But black women, you can't tell how old they are. And then they pull off. So then 3 cops, they stop, same thing, and they proceed to beat in the windows of the van. They're children. There is a 3-year-old in the car, I believe. There's a 3-year-old, like 6-year-old. And a 14-year-old. He didn't look 14. He looked like he was all of 12 or something like that. He didn't look like a teenager whatsoever. And he didn't look like he was 4 years from being an adult. She pulls off again. And the cops shoot at the car. It's just lucky that the cop sucked at his aim, because he could have easily killed a child. And they would have thought nothing of it. She pulls off and she continues until she is in the middle of town in front of a hotel with lots of witnesses. They arrest her and they arrest the boy. Now, here's the deal. I want you to step into the shoes. How, first of all, you probably would have handled the cop side of this completely different. He was aggressive from the beginning. It's a traffic stop for speeding. That's all it was. It was a traffic stop for speeding. She's not a criminal. She's not a wanted person. There's nothing wrong with her. He had his hand on his. There is no way that she missed it. She didn't miss that, and that's exactly why. And she was probably terrified, and she probably thought that she was going to be dead, and her children were going to be dead. That's probably exactly what she thought. Placing myself into the shoes, I would have first of all been like, "Ma'am, I clocked you going at this speed, and I'm going to give you a ticket. Have your license and registration. When I come back, I'll give you the ticket." Or I would have walked up to the car. I've never seen any of them walk up to the car without their pad anyway. He knew what he was going up to the car for. And why does he have his hand on his gun already for a speeding ticket? He knew those people were black in there, and he was prepared to dispense justice. So he was not prepared to do any police work or to uphold the law. I think he was up to no good from the beginning. I would have had my pad and paper. I would have said, "I clocked you at going this. License and registration, please." I would have got the license and registration, and the stop would have been over. He said, "Turn off the car, turn off the motor, get out the car, blah, blah, blah." Now, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm a woman. I'm in the middle of nowhere. This guy has his hand on his gun. And then he says, "Get out the car." He opens the car. She moved forward. He opened the car, and she came out, and that's when he put his hands on her. Then the young boy jumps out. And the boy jumps out when he threw her to the ground. She got up, got into the car. He went to taser the little boy. The little boy ran and got into the passenger chute, and they took off. And when they stopped them the second time, that's when they beat in the windows and shot into the car, and she took off. There is no way in hell any normal person would not take off. This is a home invasion. You know, your car, you do have a right to privacy in your car. You have a complete right. They can't jump into the car. Blah, blah, blah. They have to have your permission. And a traffic stop is not permission to go into your car. These police were doing a full-on Benghazi assault on this minivan with these children and this woman. This is the police state that we are in. I mean, a traffic stop, a simple traffic stop. And I guarantee you, these police, nothing is going to happen to this. I guarantee you. These people need to be taken off of the force. How do you turn a speeding ticket into a full-on military assault, bashing in windows with abandon? He's just up there like this. He's ready to go. And what if he opens the door? What he's going to do to the little boy? What is he going to do to the little kids? I could see him murdering the little kids on the side of the road and not thinking anything of it. This is a police force that we have now. They have militarized these idiots, these 16-year-olds with GEDs. They have militarized these idiots and sick them on the population as if they were Doberman Pinschers. They are out of control. Even CNN, MSNBC, NBC, everybody has done a piece on just how out of whack the police are. And he is dragging this woman and pulling her and putting her down and throwing her down to the ground in the middle of freeway traffic. He was so careful to come around onto the passenger side to ask her questions at the beginning, but when he got good and ready, he threw her out in traffic onto the ground. The 14-year-old boy is a boy. He sees evil happening to my mom. You have to put yourself in everybody's shoes here. He's not a 35-year-old man thinking about the pros and cons of police brutality versus the legal right to arrest somebody. This woman feared for her life. Is there any reason for her not to fear for her life when the police threw her down into the middle of highway traffic? None. No sane person would think, oh, he's just going to arrest me. He threw her down and she did. It was fight or flight at that time. This person has gone insane and I need to get away from them. And in the next few minutes saw exactly that shooting at the back of the guy who shot from the back of the minivan. That's where all the children are. This is out of control. And I guarantee you nothing is going to happen to these police. Nothing. They arrested this woman and this child, and I guarantee you nothing is going to happen to the police. I keep trying to sound the alarm, and this woman needs to sue the hell out of that entire department. And I don't care if I just keep suing until they go bankrupt. I don't care if you win or lose. Keep suing, sue somebody different, and sue the next police number 1, then police number 2, then police number 4, and then police number 5, the dispatcher, the police chief, the sergeant, the lieutenant, everybody. Just keep suing until they get the message that you don't do that. First of all, there was no reason. He's talking to her like she's a dog from the very beginning. And he has his hand as if she's the enemy. She's not a citizen. She's the enemy. Over a speeding stop. A speeding stop, which could go either way. There's no guarantee she was even speeding. She's in a car with children. He could have just stopped her simply because she's black. I've been stopped because I've been black. It has happened. Oh, and I didn't even get a, do you know how you were speeding? No, they just stopped me. I have 0 speeding on my record, but I've been stopped 5 times. That's the police. And if you don't believe that the police stop black people just because they're black, you're either completely naive or you live in a cocoon so tight that daylight doesn't even get in. Believe me, I'm not one to scream racism because I've just been in the best schools, the best restaurants, the best whatever. I've had the good life. I am not one to scream racism, but every instance that I've had with the police has been a racist moment. Every time. I've yet to personally meet a police that was worth his salt. What do you think of the situation and this story? Leave a comment below. Thank you.